Hello and welcome to tonight's boys soccer broadcast on Spuds TV as we bring to you the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles against your Moorhead Spuds.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to
Both teams come into this contest tonight with a 2-0 undefeated record. We should have a good one coming to you live from Jim Goda Stadium. We'll go over the starters for both teams, starting with the Apollo Eagles. They will go with Naeem Salah, Muhammad Amin Muhammad, A.Y. Shukri, Ahmed Hassan, Ethan Anderson, Shafi Jama, Nasta Ahmed, Hayden Schmitz, Sajid Kwanzaa, and Evan Sufka, and in net will be Calvin Walters. And for your Moorhead Spuds, they will go with Abdirahman Ahmed, Yusuf Muhammad, Liam Weiler, Tamba Ngolo, Jabril Guido, Max Hodney, Yusuf Al-Shamani, Saif Alawi, Caden Carter, Mason Allen, and Jacob Henriksen in net. So we take a break now for the national anthem. Jim Goda Stadium. Also tonight on Spuds TV, we have girls swimming for you. So that's taking place currently right now inside Moorhead High School. Some other Spuds in action today. The girls tennis team was over playing at Horizon. Girls soccer is in Sauk Rapids tonight as they take on the Storm. Excuse me, they play the Storm on Monday. Girls soccer is in St. Cloud tonight, taking on the Apollo Eagles as well as the boys team, as well as the boys and girls cross country team, both in action at their home tournament here in Moorhead as well.
Number 13, Sajid Kwanzaa. Number 17, Evan Sufka. And finally, number 99, Calvin Walter, the head coach of the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles High School Boys Soccer Squad, Mr. Chad Keller, with the rest of the coaches, players, and staff of the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles High School Boys Soccer Team. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, our Spuds of Moorhead Senior High School. The Spud starters, number 1, Jacob Hendrickson. Number 2, Abdirahman Ahmed. Number 3, Yusuf Muhammad. Number 4, Liam Weiler. Number 6, Tamba Ngolo. Number 7, Jabril Guido. Number 8, Max Hodney. Number 10, Yusuf Al-Shamani. Number 11, Saif Alawi. Number 12, Caden Carter. Number 14, Mason Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your Spud starters for this evening's soccer match. Spuds are head coached by Mr. Ben Patry with the rest of the coaches, players, and staff of the Moorhead High School Spuds high school boys soccer team. Let's play soccer.
They wrap up the starting lineups here, delivering them to the crowd. We'll be underway shortly in this boys soccer contest between two undefeated teams here at Jim Goda Stadium. I'm Riley Swenson. I'm pleased to bring you the play-by-play on a beautiful night for soccer, and we are underway as Mason Allen sends it in to St. Cloud Apollo territory. Will be taken by Hayden Schmitz of the Eagles. Schmitz plays it off of Moorhead Saif Alawi, and he fights for it in the box, and Schmitz sends it out of bounds and will roll out for a Moorhead throw-in. So early on, Moorhead putting some pressure on this Eagle defense as they'll have a throw-in deep in Eagle territory. Moorhead a balanced attack to start the season as they picked up the win against Rocori last Thursday we had for you on Spuds TV. As that ball will be out of bounds off the Spuds and be a throw-in for the Eagles. They were victorious over Rocori 4-1 with 4 different goal scorers. And then again on Tuesday, a win over Sauk Rapids Rice with 5 different goal scorers. As we have an injured Spud down on the field. That will be Saif Alawi, and William Vargas will come in to replace him. As I said before, St. Cloud Apollo comes into this game 2-0 as well, undefeated as they had wins against Bemidji and Wilmer by scores of 1-0 and 3-1. They also have had 4 different goal scorers to start the year, so a balanced attack for both teams here tonight in what should be a good soccer game. Ngola with it for the Spuds. He finds Vargas up the near sideline, being chased down by Schmitz. Schmitz wins it off Vargas, and he'll pass up to Ethan Anderson. Mason Allen in the middle of the field to make the play. It'll be St. Cloud Apollo gaining possession now, as Nasta Ahmed runs up the near sideline, defended by Moorhead's Abdirahman Ahmed. Tom Ngolo there to defend Ethan Anderson of the Eagles. And it'll be Ngolo picking up the foul and be a free kick for St. Cloud Apollo. Kind of a bittersweet night here for Spud fans, as the Spud football team was supposed to open up play tonight against Rogers in their home opener, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, that season has been moved to the spring, and we are being treated to a soccer game here tonight. I don't think anyone's complaining about the soccer, as it is a gorgeous evening here with the sun setting in the west, a slight breeze, a little chilly, but all in all a great night for soccer. As the Spuds get it up to Tamba Ngolo, and he'll feed off to Mason Allen. Allen looking for Yusuf Al-Shamani, and he gets it past the goaltender. Al-Shamani into an open net shot, and a goal for the Moorhead Spuds. That would be Yusuf Al-Shamani on a feed from Mason Allen. And the Spuds are up 1-0 here early in the game. As it was Allen near midfield, fires the over-the-top through ball to Al-Shamani, who made a nice move to get it past the goaltender, Calvin Walters, and find it right in the back of the net and give the Spuds a 1-0 lead. That's Al-Shamani's 3rd goal on the year. And it'll be 1-0 Spuds on the Bell Bank scoreboard. St. Cloud Apollo gains possession now. It'll be Caden Carter there to make the play for the Spuds, sending up to Max Hodney. Hodney gives off to Jabril Guido. And that pass will be intercepted by Nasta Ahmed of the Eagles, and he'll send it back to Hayden Schmitz, where his pass upfield is deflected by Abdirahman Ahmed, and he'll be out of bounds for an Eagle throw-in. Schmitz looking for Ahmed, and he'll be defended by Liam Weiler. And they'll be out of bounds off Weiler and be another Eagle throw-in. Hayden Schmitz runs up from his defense position to take the throw in. And he'll fire it into the box, where it's taken in by Yusuf Muhammad, deflected off him, out to William Vargas. A couple of Eagles there as Sajid Kwanzaa runs by, and it'll be Jabril Guido with it for the Spuds, who sends back to Caden Carter. Carter makes a nice move to avoid an oncoming Apollo defender. That ball will be out of bounds and be a St. Cloud Apollo throw-in. Throw-in taken away there by Mason Allen, given off to Yusuf Al-Shamani. Ball be sent back to the Moorhead defense and Liam Weiler. Weiler will give back to goaltender Jacob Hendrickson, who plays it off his right foot and fires it over to Yusuf Muhammad. Muhammad's pass will be too strong. It'll be an Eagle throw-in, as Hayden Schmitz rushes up and gets it into Ethan Anderson. Anderson defended by Muhammad. A nice slide tackle there. They'll be out of bounds and another throw-in for the Eagles. Schmitz looking for an open man. He'll fire it off Nasta Ahmed. It'll be out A.Y. Shukri. Shukri with it again. He goes off to Shafi Jama. It'll be Jabril Guido along the far sideline as he fires it back to Yusuf Al-Shamani. Al-Shamani fires it through the Eagle defense and finds a streak in Jabril Guido, but a nice play there, defended by Sajid Kwanzaa of the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles, and he'll kick it out of bounds, and Moorhead will take a throw-in. Guido to take the throw-in for the Spuds. He'll find Mason Allen, who fires it right back to Guido. Guido into the box to Al-Shamani, and his shot is fired wide. So it'll be a goal kick now for St. Cloud Apollo as they send in a substitution. That'll be number 21, Abdirazak Farah. Goalkeeper Calvin Walters lines up the goal kick. He'll send it out near midfield to his teammate, Ahmed Hassan. That ball will be deflected off an Eagle and be out of bounds for a Spuds throw-in. It'll be Caden Carter to take it in for the Spuds. Spuds jumping onto that early 1-0 lead on the goal from Yusuf Al-Shamani on a pass from Mason Allen, as we play 1-0 here in the first half on the Bell Bank scoreboard. It's a nice play by Yusuf Muhammad to send it out to midfield to Yusuf Al-Shamani, but again, sent right back by Naeem Salah of the Eagles. And it'll be Caden Carter with it along the far sideline. Carter's pass will be deflected off Shafi Jama and be out of bounds for a Moorhead throw-in. Max Hodney plays over to Yusuf Al-Shamani, and he fires upfield looking for Jabril Guido, but he'll be ruled offsides. And Apollo will take a free kick. Apollo's free kick is entered into newly substituted Abdirazak Farah. And he'll be played on it by a sliding Max Hodney. And he'll be ruled off the Eagles and be a Spud throw-in. As St. Cloud Apollo comes in wearing their away white uniforms against Moorhead in the orange and black. Moorhead moving left to right. Liam Weiler there to take the throw-in for the Spuds. Weiler lines it up and fires it down. And it'll be cleared out off the head of Yusuf Muhammad. Now Mason Allen fires it over to Max Hodney, and he'll look for William Vargas along the near sideline, defended there by Hayden Schmitz. Schmitz defending Vargas there. He'll be ruled with the foul. And so it'll be a free kick for Moorhead along the near sideline just outside the box. Vargas shows great speed, and Schmitz a more physical defender, and both of them showing off their talents there, and it'll be Schmitz with getting at the foul. And so Mason Allen will send it into the box, and it'll be off the head of an Apollo defender and taken by William Vargas. Vargas defended there by Ethan Anderson, and it'll come out to Abdirahman Ahmed. And again, it's Mason Allen over to Liam Weiler. And it'll be over to Abdirazak Farah. Farah sends it over to Ethan Anderson, where Tom Bengola is there for the Spuds. And that pass will be taken in by Abdirahman Ahmed, fighting with Ethan Anderson there. And eventually it will be Nasta Ahmed coming up with it for the Eagles. Kicked up by Yusuf Muhammad to William Vargas. So we played a pretty evenly matched game here so far. A nice chance for the Eagles, as that's Ahmed Hassan who gets it off of Yusuf Muhammad's foot, the miscue pass into the middle of the field. Hassan fires from just outside the box, but it'll be over the net and be a goal kick for the Spuds. So the Moorhead avoids danger there, as Hassan looked to capitalize, but could not, and it'll remain 1-0. Jacob Hendrickson enters into Caden Carter. He'll give off to Mason Allen. That'd be A.Y. Shukri sending it outbounds and out the end line, and be a goal kick for the Moorhead Spuds. As coming back into the game for Moorhead will be Saif Alawi. He went down earlier in the game, a little shaken up, but he appears to be all right and will be back in the game for the Spuds. A little give and go there from Guido to Hodney, but that pass will be broken up. And that shot will be fired on net there and taken in by Jacob Hendrickson. And Hendrickson quickly gets it out to Saif Alawi. Alawi up the near sideline. And he finds Yusuf Al-Shamani, who was ruled offsides. So a good idea there from Alawi to find his teammate Yusuf Al-Shamani streaking up the sideline, but he'll be ruled offsides and be a St. Cloud Apollo free kick. That free kick will be fired by A.Y. Shukri. Be out of bounds off a Moorhead Spud. As into the game now, the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles be number 3, Urasi Ancino, and number 15, Landon Hale. Schmitz fires in, defended there by Mason Allen. And it'll be Hale coming up with the ball. Hill with it again. He'll play back to Schmitz. Nice play there by Abdirahman Ahmed of the Spuds, and he'll get it up to Tom Bengolo, who quickly fires up to Yusuf Al-Shamani into the box. With an Apollo defender on him, he will fire it off of the goalie. Now he'll be out of bounds for a corner kick. As Sajid Kwanzaa of the Eagles came on to Al-Shamani with great speed, made a nice defensive play to force that shot on net from a tough angle. The goalkeeper, Calvin Walters, there to make the save. And so it'll be a corner kick Spuds. as the ref blows the corner kick dead, and we'll line it up and try it again. Hodney sends it into the box. Played off the head of Liam Weiler and taken in by goalkeeper Calvin Walters. We played off the head of Caden Carter up to Mason Allen. Allen gives off to Al-Shamani, back to Allen, and right back to Al-Shamani. A nice passing play there by the Moorhead Spuds as Allen gives off to Tamba Ngolo, and the sliding save there made by Calvin Walters. A nice play as Allen looked for his second assist of the night, looking for an open Tamba Ngolo, but Walters was right there to make the play. Another nice defensive play there by Liam Weiler, making the slide tackle, and it'll be Saif Alawi on the near sideline as he puts it between two Eagles defenders, making some nice moves into the box, and that one will roll in for a goal! As Saif Alawi makes some fancy moves down here on the near sideline, putting it between a couple defenders, puts it past a sliding Calvin Walters. And that'll be Yusuf Al-Shamani there to bang it into the back of the net. So Al-Shamani will get credit for the goal, but it was Alawi who did all the work there, making a really nice play along the near sideline, splitting the Eagle defenders, going around the goaltender and finding his teammate. As I think it might have trickled into the net anyways, but Al-Shamani, just to be sure, fires it in, and that makes your score 2-0 Moorhead. Into the game now for the Spuds will be number 17, Revert Kekos. And into the game for the Eagles will be number 1, Zachariah Salaban. There'll be a foul there on Moorhead. And it'll be a St. Cloud Apollo free kick, as they're down 2-0 here in the first half, looking to make something happen and get on the board. Now be fired up to Landon Hale and played off by Heikel Billow. Will be sent back to Yusuf Al-Shamani of the Spuds, as he'll send it up to Revert Kekos. But again, it's Calvin Walters. He's making some nice plays coming out of his net. Makes a sliding stop there as it's Saif Alawi on the near sideline with it for the Spuds, as he gives off to Al-Shamani, and that ball will be out of bounds off of Apollo's Hayden Schmitz and be a throw in for the Spuds. So Alawi will take the throw in. He'll give off to Abdirahman Ahmed. Ahmed fires off of a Eagle defender. It'll be another throw-in for the Spuds as he gets into Yusuf Al-Shamani, but it'll be taken away there by Ahmed Hassan and played back to Liam Weiler. Weiler fires over to Ahmed. And that'll be Heikel below. Gets it upfield for the Eagles. Now will be played back to Evan Sufka. Sufka gives way to Schmitz as he skies in the air and gives it up to Max Hodney, who sends it in looking for Yusuf Al-Shamani, who has both goals so far for the Spuds. But it'll fall into the arms of goaltender Calvin Walters and be played out near midfield again to Max Hodney. Al-Shamani looking for Revert Kekos, as Kekos is taken down there. And it'll be no call. It's appeared as though Kekos was being defended by Hayden Schmitz of the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles. A lot of contact in the box, but we'll play on here with Moorhead leading 2-0. And there'll be an Apollo free kick. So Yusuf Muhammad bends over and takes it off his head. And that'll be a foul on St. Cloud Apollo as Revert Kekos hits the deck. And be a Moorhead free kick as they send it back to Hayden Schmitz, who fires it right back to the Moorhead side of the field. Where Nasta Ahmed will fight for it, but with Liam Weiler, now Reaver Keikos in the mix. But it'll be Ahmed who comes up with it. Taken away by Mason Allen. Back to Ahmed. Just outside the box as his left-footed shot is deflected off a couple Spud defenders. And the Ethan Anderson fires it on net, but a nice save there by Jacob Hendrickson to keep this game at 2-0. Anderson's shot came in quickly, and Hendrickson was right there to get to the ground and make a nice save for the Spuds. That one fired from Keikos off the head of an Apollo defender, and it'll be played over to Caden Carter. As Carter's taken down along the sideline, will be a Moorhead free kick. Jacob Hendrickson making the save. They're not something he's really been forced to do so far for the Spuds, as the defense has been playing very well here to start the year. Only giving up 2 goals in 2 games, 1 goal apiece. But Hendrickson, proving he's capable when called upon, makes a nice save there to keep it 2-0. It'll be Reaver Keikos there defended, and it'll be up to Nasta Ahmed of the Eagles, who sends it downfield. It'll be taken there by Hendrickson. Hendrickson rolls it out to Yusuf Muhammad. He fires upfield, intercepted there. And fired back into Hendrickson. Hendrickson elects for the punt this time. Now will go out of bounds. And be a a St. Cloud Apollo throw-in. Entering the game now for the Spuds will be number 16, Muhammad Hussein, number 18, Muhammad Namook, and number 15, Ben Colborn. Back on for the Eagles will be number 11, Abdi Shakir Youssef.
Abdi Shakir Youssef. In for Moorhead, number 16, Muhammad Hussein, number 18, Muhammad Namook, and number 15.
As Weiler's there to make the play for the Moorhead defense. Get it back out near midfield. It'll be played there by Heikel Below. That ball sent out to Reaver Keikos of the Spuds and played back by Landon Hale. That'll be out of bounds and another Moorhead throw-in. As we are just past the midway point here in the first half, Spuds leading 2-0 on the Bell Bank scoreboard. A pretty evenly played match so far here as the teams get settled in. But it's Moorhead with the advantage on the scoreboard, having a couple nice plays on the offensive side of the ball and finding the back of the net. That'll be played up to Saif Alawi. Alawi just outside the box. He fires off of Hayden Schmitz. And they'll be played back to Schmitz by Landon Hale and up to Ethan Anderson. Anderson along the near sideline. He'll give off to Nasta Ahmed. Defended there by Yusuf Muhammad of the Spuds. Ahmed fires it off, and that will be deflected off of Yusuf Muhammad. And that will be Muhammad Namook, who gives off to Muhammad Hussein up the far sideline. He's defended there by a couple of Eagles, so he'll give back to Max Hodney. Liam Weiler steps in to make the play. And that'll be off of Ben Colborn. And then not saved. Excuse me. Appears as though Caden Carter will be able to save it along the far sideline, but be ruled out of bounds by the referee. And be a throw-in for the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles. As entering the game for the Eagles will be number 19, Saddam Abib.
Apollo number 19, Saddam Abib.
So the Eagles will throw it in. That'll be sent out by Abdirahman Ahmed. So he'll get it over to Saif Alawi, but an oncoming Hayden Schmitz lets it roll out of bounds and be a throw-in for the Eagles. Schmitz looking for Heikel Billow. But it'll be played off the head of Yusuf Muhammad and sent back now to Nasta Ahmed. Ahmed's pass taken away by Max Hodney, given off to Reaver Keikos. Keikos looking for Saif Alawi. It'll be played off the foot of Hayden Schmitz. And Alawi will send it high into the air and out of bounds. And there'll be a throw in for Hayden Schmitz and the Eagles. Schmitz looking for Ethan Anderson. And they'll be played out of bounds there by Abdirahman Ahmed. And we'll do it all over again with another throw in. Schmitz looking for Anderson again. And Yusuf Muhammad's there to make the play off of his head and sent back into the middle of the field, where it'll be taken by number 10, Nasta Ahmed. And his shot will be deflected off a Spud defender and given up to Reaver Keikos. There'll be Caden Carter there to play it along the far sideline. That's Abdi Shakir Yusuf fighting with Caden Carter there. They'll be ruled off of Moorhead and be a throw-in for the Eagles. As Nasta Ahmed set to take the throw-in, but he had a teammate back looking for the ball in the trees. So now he'll wait and throw it in, and they'll be off the head of Caden Carter, sent out to Reaver Keikos. Keikos settles it down and gives it off to Carter. Carter along the far sideline, a slide tackle there. There'll be a throw-in from Carter into Muhammad Namouk. That ball will be out of bounds and be another St. Cloud Apollo throw-in. They remain down 2-0 here in the first half. Apollo unable to get anything through the Spud defense right now, as anytime they've had a shot near the goal, it's been either deflected off of a Moorhead defender or saved by goalie Jacob Hendrickson. As that ball bounced out of bounds off of Abdi Shakir Yusuf. And Liam Weiler will take it for a throw-in. Weiler thinks about it and reevaluates and gives off to Caden Carter. There'll be Muhammad Namouk taken away there by Landon Hale, but given right back to the Spuds. Where Namouk gives it off and it'll be sent in near the box. And that will be a shot over the top of the net by Ahmed Hassan. Excuse me. Ahmed Hassan will be on now, the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles. That was Zachariah Salaban who fired that shot over the net, and it'll be Landon Hale with it. I apologize for the misreading there. The 1 and the 7 look very similar on the Apollo jerseys. And that ball will be fired out of bounds and be a throw-in for the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles. Taken by Evan Sufka. Ball bouncing off the head of multiple players on both teams. And it'll be settled down. A foul there called on Reaver Keikos of the Spuds, and it'll be a free kick for Apollo. Taking the free kick will be Naeem Salah. He'll send it off the head of Ben Colborne. Gets back out to Reaver Keikos. Keikos gives off to Saif Alawi, but defended there by Hayden Schmitz. It'll be out of bounds off of him. It'll be a throw-in for the Spuds as Abdirahman Ahmed looks for Muhammad Hussein. That'll be taken away, and there'll be Ahmed Hassan up the sideline, but a nice slide tackle by Yusuf Muhammad of the Spuds. And he'll send it back up near midfield. And that ball will be sent back to Evan Sufka. Abdirahman Ahmed gives off to Saif Alawi. Hayden Schmitz defending there on the near sideline. Alawi set to take the throw in for the Spuds. And he gets it into Reaver Keikos. Muhammad Hussein fights for the ball, and it'll be Zacharias Salaban, who gives off to Landon Hale. A nice move along the far sideline by Abdi Shakir Youssef. It'll be Muhammad Namouk looking back for Muhammad Hussein. That ball will be taken away by Landon Hale and given off again to Youssef of the Eagles. Pass over to Ahmed Hassan, and his pass intercepted by Abdirahman Ahmed out to the middle of the field, and Ben Colborn's there to take it off the feet of Landon Hale. As Max Hodney is looking for Muhammad Namouk there up the far sideline. He was taken down by an Eagle defender, and it will be a Moorhead free kick. The clock ticks down. We have just over 10 minutes to play here in the first half. Moorhead clinging to a 2-0 lead. That'll be Muhammad Hussein in the middle of the field for the Spuds. He fires it just over the top of the net. There'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. As back into the game for Apollo will be A.Y. Shukri. Back into the game for the Spuds will be Jabril Guido, William Vargas, Tamba Ngolo, Mason Allen, and Yusuf Al-Shamani. So Walter sends it up, and that'll be played off the feet of Mason Allen.
Number 6, Tamba Ngolo, back into the Spuds lineup.
And it'll be over to Ahmed Hassan. Defended there by Abdirahman Ahmed, given up to Tamba Ngolo. Ngolo looks for Mason Allen, as his pass is intercepted and played into goalkeeper Jacob Hendrickson. Hendrickson throws it up the sideline to Jabril Guido as he looks for Max Hodney, but his pass will be taken away. Now be played out of bounds off Caden Carter as Heichel Below was right there for the Eagles, putting the pressure on, as Carter just taps it out of bounds and gives the throw into the Eagles. Eagles looking to score here before the end of the half, as they trail 2-0. That ball sent through the box and picked up by William Vargas. He'll just let it roll out of bounds and be a throw in for the Spuds. Allen plays it back to Yusuf Muhammad. His pass deflected there and gets it back and gets it up to Allen, who passed over to Rahman Ahmed. He'll give off to William Vargas. Vargas finds Yusuf Al-Shamani as he'll look for Jabril Guido. And defending there for the Apollo Eagles was Sajid Kwanzaa, as Jabril Guido shoved him to the ground, and that will be a foul on Jabril Guido and be a free kick for the Apollo Eagles. Free kick played up to Zacharias Salaban. He'll look on the near sideline for Ahmed Hassan, but a nice play there taken away by Abdirahman Ahmed of the Spuds. He'll play it back to Yusuf Muhammad. Yusuf Muhammad finds Max Hodney wide open in the middle of the field, as his pass will be too strong. He was looking for Yusuf Al-Shamani, and his pass will be taken in by goalkeeper Calvin Walters. He'll punt it high into the night sky, be played off the head of Mason Allen. And over to Abdirahman Ahmed of the Spuds. He'll give off to Tamba Ngolo. His pass will be played off Evan Sufka and given off to Hayden Schmitz, who sends it back to goaltender Kelvin Walters, and we'll do it all again. Walters fires up near the middle of the field. Played off of Max Hodney. And that'll be off of Liam Weiler's head out near midfield again, as Kwanzaa of the Eagles sends it back in. So it will fall out to Heichel Below. His shot will be deflected off a Moorhead defender And it will be a corner kick there for the Eagles as A.Y. Shukri is there to take it and present a good scoring chance here for Apollo before the end of the half. So they've played a nice first half here, failing to get on the board so far, but doing a nice job applying pressure. And that corner kick goes by everyone's head and falls onto the feet from A.Y. Shukri. And that corner kick was deflected out of bounds off an Apollo player who I believe is Ahmed Hassan, number 7 there, off his feet and out of bounds. So a good scoring chance there, but nothing doing. So excuse me, that was Zachariah Salaban. Out of bounds off of him on the corner kick. And it'll be played to William Vargas now along the near sideline. Vargas gives back to Yusuf Muhammad. Muhammad's pass will go off of Liam Weiler. And a nice sliding stop there by Jacob Hendrickson. As that was Abdi Shakir Yusuf firing that shot right off the shins of Jacob Hendrickson as he came out to make a nice sliding stop. The Spud defense had some trouble clearing the ball out. And the Eagles were there right on the spot to make the play, but a nice sliding save by Hendrickson to keep this game at 2-0. Mason Allen there to kick it out of the box for the Spuds. It'll be sent right back into Heichel below. Defended there by William Vargas, and that ball roll out of bounds. And be a throw-in for St. Cloud Apollo. Taken by Ahmed Hassan. He'll give off to Hayden Schmitz for the throw-in. Schmitz fires in. That will be ruled, I believe, a handball off the Apollo Eagles and be a free kick for the Moorhead Spuds. So we have a stoppage in play here as the ref calls time and heads over to talk to the Apollo coaching staff. So they appear to have a disagreement with that call. We play here with just under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Your Spuds leading 2-0 on the Bell Bank scoreboard. So we've been treated to a excellent first half here of soccer. Spuds getting on the board early with that goal from Yusuf Al-Shamani. Not even 3 minutes into the game, and just a few minutes after that, Saif Alawi with some fancy moves down on the near sideline, dribbling it through the Eagle defense. And his shot was rolling in near the goal, and Yusuf Al-Shamani was there again to pound it into the back of the net. And that brings us to our score of 2-0 here as we play late in the first half at Jim Goda Stadium. As that ball comes out to Tamba Ngolo near the middle of the field, his pass taken away by Hayden Schmitz. As Ngolo splits between the Apollo defenders, gives over to Yusuf Al-Shamani. He'll be taken away there by goaltender Calvin Walters. As there appeared to be a bit of a miscommunication there between the Eagle defenders. As both Hayden Schmitz and A.Y. Shukri thought they were going to go for the ball respectively, and neither of them did, and Tamba Ngola was there. He gave off to Yusuf Al-Shamani by a nice diving stop there by Calvin Walters to keep this game at 2-0, which is where Apollo would like to keep it before they go into the half, and maybe even get a goal, make it 2-1. Shukri sends it along the far sideline. Defended there by Moorhead's Caden Carter. It'll be played by Abdi Shakir Yusuf. That pass will be given up to number 10, Nasta Ahmed. So Med carries it into the box. Working on Liam Weiler. His pass near the middle of the box. Kicked out by Yusuf Muhammad. Zacharias Salaban there to kick it back in, but it'll be cleared out. And it'll be Evan Sufka with it for the Eagles. Sufka gives off to Yusuf Muhammad. He'll send it back out near midfield. Kicked back in by Sajid Kwanzaa. That ball off Caden Carter, now off Yusuf Muhammad. So that ball will be out of bounds and be an Eagle throw-in. That pass too strong, kicked out by Liam Weiler out near midfield, tracked down by Evan Sufka. As he looked for Hayden Schmitz, but deflected there by William Vargas, but taken away again by Sufka. Right back to Mason Allen, as Allen looks for Vargas, but Vargas will be ruled offsides. And so the Eagles will have a free kick here with just over a minute. Looking to score here before the end of the half. As Hayden Schmitz sends it into the box looking for Nasta Ahmed, but he'll be ruled offsides again. And it'll be Yusuf Muhammad there to take the free kick for the Spuds. The Spuds probably content just to take this one into the halftime break up 2-0. Both teams playing a nice first half. That ball will be out of bounds off Sajid Kwanzaa. Played in by Jabril Guido to Caden Carter, and he'll send over to Max Hodney. Apollo with it, over to Ahmed Hassan up the near sideline. Hassan gives up to Nasta Ahmed, fires over to Heikel below. And that will conclude our first half. Your Moorhead Spuds lead at the halftime break, 2-0. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with more boys soccer action right here from Jim Goda Stadium on Spuds TV. boys soccer action on Spuds TV. Your Moorhead Spuds leading 2-0. Getting an early goal from Yusuf Al-Shamani on a nice pass from Mason Allen to give him the 1-0 lead. And then again, it was Al-Shamani scoring after Alawi made some nice moves here along the near sideline. Saif Alawi dribbling between a couple of Apollo Eagles defenders and getting it by the Apollo goaltender. It was Al-Shamani there to put it in the back of the net to give the Spuds a 2-0 lead as we are underway here in the second half. There'll be a foul on St. Cloud Apollo, and it'll be a free kick for the Moorhead Spuds. As the sun's setting down, the lights turning on here at Jim Goda Stadium. Cooling off a little bit there down on the field as the sun goes down on what is a gorgeous night for soccer. As that pass played through to Yusuf Al-Shamani behind the defense. Al-Shamani gets it by the goaltender, and Al-Shamani scores his third goal of the night as the Spuds, as they did in the first half, getting on the board here early to extend their lead to 3-0. So that's been a nice play to go to for the Spuds this evening, with Al-Shamani cutting through the middle of that Apollo defense, getting behind the defense and putting it past the goaltender for a nice goal there to give the Spuds a 3-0 lead. An update from your Spud girls tennis team today as they defeated Wilmer 4-3 at Horizon Middle School. Al-Shamani gives over to Saif Alawi. That'll be given up to Ethan Anderson along the far sideline. Taken away there by Liam Weiler. As that shot will go wide. Nasta Ahmed sends it wide.
Here, you guys can share some licorice.
Sends it wide for the Eagles, and it'll be a goal kick for the Moorhead Spuds. As Hendrickson sends it into Liam Weiler, who gives it up to Caden Carter on the near sideline. Carter looking for Al-Shamani, but the pass taken away there by Saddam Abib. Ball taken there by Nasta Ahmed. Defended by Caden Carter, now taken away by Max Hodney over to Jabril Guido. Guido makes a nifty move around the Apollo defender, and that'll be deflected off Saddam Abib. And it'll be a Moorhead throw-in taken by Caden Carter. Liam Weiler fires his pass, deflected by Ethan Anderson. That ball will be played up to Max Hodney, who sends it back, and that ball will be kicked out of bounds by Saddam Abib and be another Moorhead throw-in. As Al-Shamani gets it in quickly to Max Hodney. Hodney gives it back to Al-Shamani, who tries to go between two defenders. But it bounces back out to Hodney, and he fires his cross in, but it'll be over the top of the net and result in a goal kick for the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles. Hodney rises up and plays it off his head. It'll be over to Evan Sufka of the Eagles, now played by Saif Alawi. Back to Hayden Schmitz. And it'll be out of bounds off of him. And Moorhead will quickly get it into Yusuf Al-Shamani on the throw-in. His pass to Tamba Ngolo in behind the defenders. He tries to get it by the goaltender, but a nice save there as a sliding Calvin Walters makes the save on Tamba Ngolo. This will be Max Hodney now, makes a move by the defender. Now will be ruled a foul on Naeem Salah of the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles, and that will be a Moorhead free kick from just outside the box. So the referee will mark off where the Eagles can form a wall to defend this free kick. It'll be Yusuf Al-Shamani and Max Hodney back there. It'll be Al-Shamani taking the free kick, and he fires it in the net. It'll be saved there by Calvin Walters. So a good scoring chance there by Moorhead, but saved by Walters. He'll throw it out near midfield, played by Al-Shamani, but taken away by Evan Sufka. Hodney gets it back for the Spuds, and Ethan Anderson will take it for the Eagles. Anderson sends it in on net, and a diving Jacob Hendrickson makes the save. And he'll quickly throw it out to Saif Alawi. Evan Sufka sends it back off the head of Mason Allen. He'll give off to Max Hodney. That'll be Apollo's Sajid Kwanzaa there to make the play. Now will fire off of Nasta Ahmed's foot out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick for the Moorhead Spuds. As Jacob Hendrickson fires it over to Liam Weiler. He gets it off to Caden Carter near the sideline. He passed to Jabril Guido, to Mason Allen, quickly over to Max Hodney and back to Guido. Some nice passing here by the Spuds as Guido tries to get by Saddam Abib of the Eagles. And it will be Nasta Ahmed who sends it upfield for Apollo, and that ball kicked high into the air. And it will fall into the arms of Jacob Hendrickson. And he will punt it away for the Spuds. So he sends a booming kick past midfield. And it'll be Jabril Guido fighting Saddam Abib there. It'll be Evan Sufka who kicks it out of bounds for the Eagles. So a nice play there by the Eagles defender to get it out of harm's way. Off the punt by Jacob Hendrickson. It was Jabril Guido looking to chase it down. As that ball will be kicked out of bounds, deflected off a Spud. Off the arm of a Spud, and it will be ruled a handball. Entering back in for the Apollo Eagles will be number 11, Abdi Shakir Yusuf. As his pass is taken away by Tamba Ngolo. Up to Yusuf Al-Shamani. Al-Shamani looking to gather it there on the near sideline, but it slips off his feet and goes out of bounds for an Eagles throw-in. That ball will be out of bounds and taken by Caden Carter as he gets into Liam Weiler. Weiler defended there by Abdi Shakir Yusuf. He'll be over to Abdirahman Ahmed. Ahmed into the middle of the field, gives off to Jabril Guido. Guido over to Hodney. He quickly gets it to Alawi. Alawi looking for Guido again in the middle of the field, and they'll be right back to Saif Alawi. Alawi defended there by Evan Sufka, now by Ethan Anderson. So Alawi sends it into the box off the chest of Yusuf Al-Shamani. So he has a nice scoring chance there, but it'll be taken away by goaltender Calvin Walters. And as Walters was trying to punt it out and get it near midfield for the Eagles, that ball is deflected off of Tamba Ngolo, and he'll be issued a yellow card and be forced to come off the field for the Spuds as he'll be replaced by Reaver Kekos. So it's Ngolo with the yellow card for the Spuds, our first one of the night. And so Kekos will come on to replace him, and Walters will take the free kick for the Eagles. They quickly get it upfield. It'll be played out to Reaver Kekos. A nice slide tackle there by Nasta Ahmed. And that will be a yellow card there on St. Cloud Apollo's Nasta Ahmed. As he will slowly walk off the field. As we hadn't had a yellow card all game, but now 2 in a very short span of time. And it'll be A.Y. Shukri back into the game for the Eagles. Liam Weiler sends it upfield for the Spuds. That'll be taken by Hayden Schmitz and fired out of bounds for a Moorhead throw-in. Moorhead's throw-in there. Deflected off Yusuf Al-Shamani and out of bounds for a goal kick. Walters gets up to Evan Sufco, fires it right back in net. Off the foot of Calvin Walters and out of bounds for a Moorhead throw-in. That ball will be played by Mason Allen, sent back to Liam Weiler. As Weiler plays it up to Apollo Sajid Kwanzaa. And he'll get it up to Heiko below. It'll be Caden Carter with it for the Spuds as he taps it out of bounds. There'll be a throw-in for the Eagles there. That throw-in deflected off an Eagles player and be thrown in by the Spuds and taken by Caden Carter on the near sideline. Carter gets it up to Al-Shamani, and he gives off to Max Hodney. He'll play it back near midfield, and he'll find a wide open Reaver Keikos. Keikos settles it down. He'll give to Mason Allen. Allen's pass is taken away there by Heiko below. They'll fall back to Abdirahman Ahmed. Alawi gives to Mason Allen, who sends it right back to him, but a nice defensive play there by Hayden Schmitz. He'll fire it down the field, and they'll roll out of bounds for a Moorhead throw-in. Moorhead throws it into Mason Allen. They'll be taken there by Ethan Anderson. And up to Moorhead Saif Alawi along the far sideline. As he looks for Yusuf Al-Shamani, deflected there by Evan Sufka and fired out of bounds by Max Hodney. Entering back in the game for the Eagles will be number 10, Nasta Ahmed.
Number 10, Nasta Ahmed checks back in for St. Cloud Apollo.
That ball played off the head of Reaver Keikos. So he'll settle it down off his chest onto his feet. And kicked up to Nasta Ahmed, who fires into the box, taken away by Caden Carter. And kicked out of bounds. For an Apollo throw-in. That'll be A.Y. Shukri who gets it in. They'll come out to Yusuf Al-Shamani, who finds Max Hodney. Pass deflected by Hayden Schmitz and played there by Naeem Salah. Caden Carter there defending for the Spuds. And that'll be A.Y. Shukri who sends it back over to his teammate, Ahmed Hassan. And that'll be Ethan Anderson who fires it out of bounds. And Hayden Schmitz will take the throw in. So it'll come right back out to Schmitz. Defended by Saif Alawi into the box and taken in by Jacob Hendrickson. It'll be Jabril Guido in the box for the Spuds. As he works around an Apollo defender sent near the middle of the box. It'll be deflected right back out to Guido. But that'll be Apollo who gets it up. Taken away there by Liam Weiler and given off to Mason Allen. Allen being defended by Sajid Kwanzaa. It'll be Allen who breaks through. He'll look for Yusuf Al-Shamani. They'll be ruled offsides there, as Allen looked for Al-Shamani in the middle of the box, but he was offsides. And so it'll be Calvin Walters now taking the the free kick. It'll be a free kick now for the Apollo Eagles. That ball will be played out to Mason Allen. And off the foot of Saddam Abib. Up to Nasta Ahmed. Ahmed is fouled there by Mason Allen. It'll be a free kick now for St. Cloud Apollos. They try and get something going here. They trail 3-0 here in the second half. All 3 goals for Moorhead by Yusuf Al-Shamani. Goals 3, 4, and 5 for him on the year. As both teams come into this game undefeated with a 2-0 record. And we have an injured Eagle down on the field. Back into the game now for the Spuds will be William Vargas, Ben Colborn, Mohammed Hussein, and Mohammed Namook. As Apollo will set up the free kick, tapped back there by Hayden Schmitz. Fired into the box by A.Y. Shukri. They'll be played out, sent back into the box again by Shukri, into the arms of Jacob Hendrickson. As it bounced off his hands and he fumbled a little bit, but eventually came up with the ball. As a couple of Eagles were right on him there, putting the pressure on. But the ball will be sent back out near midfield. Taken there by William Vargas as he splits a couple defenders and gets it to Reaver Keikos. As he avoids one Eagle defender. And it'll be Mohammed Hussein. Given up now to Nasta Ahmed of the Eagles, defended by Ben Colborn. His pass deflected off of Reaver Keikos as Ethan Anderson sent it in, but his pass again deflected by Colborn and given off to William Vargas. Vargas finds Keikos wide open, and he'll give off to Mason Allen, who passes over to Caden Carter, but his pass will be ruled out of bounds. He was looking for Mohammed Namook among the near sideline. And that'll be out of bounds in a St. Cloud Apollo throw-in. There'll be Saddam Abib there to take it in. Subbing back in for the Eagles will be number 3, Urasi Ansimo. He will get the ball, give it up to Reaver Keikos, but his pass intercepted by Evan Sufka, and given up to Ethan Anderson in the middle of the field. He'll be taken down by Ben Colborn. And we'll have another injured Eagle down on the field. Subbing back in for the Eagles will be number 14, Heikel Below. And number 2, Abdul Arab. And another substitution. Back on for the Eagles, number 21, Abdurazak Farah. As the injured Eagle will be Ethan Anderson as he'll walk off the field. As we approach the midway point here of the second half. Spuds leading 3-0. Scoring the first 2 in the first half and getting one here early in the second. As they hang on to a 3-goal lead on the Bell Bank scoreboard. As the Eagles take another free kick. Sent into the box and kicked out by Caden Carter. And that will be off of Mason Allen and out of bounds. Another throw-in. They will get into Abdurazak Farah. And he'll give it right back to A.Y. Shukri. They send it into the box. It'll be off the hands of Jacob Hendrickson. Kicked out by Yusuf Muhammad. And played out to Reaver Keikos. So a bit of a scare there for the Spuds. It went through the hands of goaltender Hendrickson. But Yusuf Muhammad, his trusty defender, right there to kick it out. Keep St. Cloud Apollo scoreless. Abdirahman Ahmed gives off to William Vargas. He goes through an Apollo defender and gets near midfield and crosses field over to Mohamed Namouk. Namouk finds Reaver Keikos. And Keikos dribbles around a couple Eagle defenders but couldn't avoid that last one. It's fired up by Naeem Salah. Up to his teammate Nasta Ahmed and will be out of bounds off the Spuds. As Ahmed tries to get it in quickly. But the Eagles had a substitution as Nicholas Matinich is on. And he'll replace Hayden Schmitz. Eagles need to apply some pressure, as they do right there, as they send it into the box and a leaping Heikel Below challenged goaltender Jacob Hendrickson, but eventually it was Hendrickson who came down with the ball, and Moorhead with the counterattack now as Mohamed Hussein gives it back to Mason Allen, and his shot will be up and over the top of the goalpost. So a lot of action here in the second half as Apollo with a chance on the one end, and Hussein makes a nice play to give it back to Allen, and his shot goes over the crossbar. As there'll be a foul on St. Cloud Apollo now. There'll be a free kick for Moorhead. Mason Allen takes the free kick and sends it into the box. Will be deflected out. Kicked out by Abdirazak Farah. Up to Nasta Ahmed. And kicked out of bounds by Liam Weiler. So the Spuds defense having to race back there as they were all set up in Apollo territory, ready for the free kick. So Weiler will send it out of bounds, so the Spuds are able to regroup. So they hang on to a 3-0 lead here. As Weiler again will send it out of bounds. That'll be another throw in for the Apollo Eagles. The Eagles threatening here. they look to get on the scoreboard and see if they can't make some noise here before the end of the game as they trail 3-0 on the Bell Bank scoreboard with 19 minutes to play here in the second half. That'll be played out of bounds by the Spuds and be a throw-in. Down in the near corner for the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles. A.Y. Shukri there to throw it in. And the ref right there to give the free kick to the Moorhead Spuds. They'll take it right back after the throw-in. And it'll be Yusuf Muhammad to line it up as he will pass it over to Liam Weiler. Weiler finds an open William Vargas. So Vargas will settle it down, but a nice defensive play there. That is Apollo's Abdi Shakir Yusuf. That ball will be out of bounds off the Spuds and another Apollo throw-in. William Vargas in there to deflect the pass and send it right back. This time the throw-in deflected off Ben Colborn. As Colborn kicks it back past the Eagles defenders. And Naeem Salat will give it back to Calvin Walters, and he'll send it out near midfield where it's played back to Yusuf Muhammad. Muhammad will give it back to his goaltender, Jacob Hendrickson. And he'll boot it back out in the area of River Keikos and Muhammad Hussein. Hussein plays it back to Ben Colborn and gives up to Mason Allen and up to Keikos. Muhammad Hussein fights with an Eagle defender and eventually taken away by Evan Sufka. Sufka's pass into Spud territory. They look for a streaky Nasta Ahmed, but a nice defensive play there by Caden Carter to get it back for the Spuds. And fired up the near sideline. And Apollo will regroup. That was A. Shukri being defended by Mason Allen. It'll be Ben Colborn over to William Vargas. Looks back for Mason Allen. And it will fall to Muhammad Namouk. So Mason Allen will take a free kick and fire it up to William Vargas. Vargas looking for Muhammad Hussein. He'll find him as he tries to pass back to Ben Colborn. Now it'll be Heikel below, defended by Yusuf Muhammad. And it'll be played back to A.Y. Shukri. Now it'll be ruled a foul on St. Cloud Apollo and be a free kick Moorhead. Moorhead hanging on to that 3-0 lead here in the second half. As Allen's free kick will roll out the end line. And it'll be ruled a free kick there for St. Cloud Apollo from their own box as goaltender Calvin Walters, looking for his teammate A.Y. Shukri, defended by Mason Allen. Now it'll be River Keikos. Makes a move through the Apollo defense, but a nice play there to get the ball back for the Eagles as they see if they can make something happen here as we near 15 minutes left in the game. That ball will be out of bounds off Caden Carter. That'll be a throw-in for the St. Cloud Apollo Eagles. A.Y. Shukri there to take it. But before we get that throw-in, Moorhead will send some substitutions back in. It'll be Max Hodney, Jabril Guido, Saif Alawi, and Yusuf Al-Shamani back on for the Spuds. And returning for the Eagles will be number 15, Landon Hale. Guido plays it over to Max Hodney. Hodney's pass intercepted by Evan Sufka. Abdirahman Ahmed there for the Spuds. As Hale plays it back. That'll be Abdurazak Farah now. As he was looking for Evan Sufka, but a roll out of bounds. Be a Moorhead throw-in. It'll be played onto the feet of Reaver Keikos. Keikos with a nice pass, looking for Jabril Guido as he gets in behind the Eagles defenders. Guido's shot is fired in and around the goaltender. That would be a goal from Jabril Guido after a nice pass from Reaver Keikos. The Spuds looking to put the finishing touches here, another win, and move to 3-0 on the season. As Reaver Keikos settled the ball down and made a nice pass to a streaking Jabril Guido, who did the rest as he got behind the Eagle defenders and put it behind the goaltender. A nice low shot on the ground. And that moves our score to 4-0 Moorhead on the Bell Bank scoreboard. With 13:42 to play in the game. Substitution for the Eagles. Win Caring will be on for Kelvin Walters, who will replace him in net. The Spuds now with a 4-0 lead here late in the second half. It's been a pretty evenly played game. Spuds with a little more pressure and being able to get the ball past the goaltenders a few more times, but you can tell that St. Cloud Apollo's had their chances, just haven't been able to capitalize so far. Some nice saves by Hendrickson and some nice defense played as that pass up to Yusuf Al-Shamani is played over the crossbar. As he was looking for his 4th goal of the night. Al-Shamani, our goal scorer of all the first 3 Moorhead Spud goals. As he was on the board early and often in the first half. As he took a pass from Mason Allen and scored a goal. And that would be a nice shot there by number 10, Nasta Ahmed, over the outstretched arms of goalie Jacob Hendrickson and fired off the crossbar. As the Eagles try and get on the board here late in the game. A nice play there by Yusuf Muhammad. And they'll get it up to goal scorer Jabril Guido. Pass up there to Saif Alawi, but he'll be ruled offsides. And so the Eagles will take a free kick. Al-Shamani then capitalized on a second goal. The assist going to Saif Alawi as he made nice moves on the near sideline, getting around the goaltender. The ball was trickling into the net, and Al-Shamani was there to put it home. And then again here in the second half, Al-Shamani got behind the Eagles defenders. As that continues to be a good play from Moorhead as they find their streaking forwards and their midfielders get it through to them, and they avoid the offsides and get behind the defenders and have just the goaltender to beat. That's how the most recent Moorhead goal was scored, as Jabril Guido got behind the defenders, as Yusuf Al-Shamani tries to do here. Al-Shamani gets in the box, settles it down, but a diving stop there by the goaltender. As newly entered Win Caring with a nice play there for the Eagles, as he takes it right off the feet of Yusuf Al-Shamani. But as I was pointing out, the Spuds getting some nice plays behind the Eagles defenders. And that's how they've scored most of their goals here to start the season, as they appear to be moving to 3-0 here on this young season, as they lead 4-0 here. 4-0 late in the second half. Just 10 minutes to go here at Jim Goda Stadium on what's been an excellent night of soccer. Keikos will send it over to Max Hodney. He'll go past him and take it in by Saif Alawi. Alawi up to Hodney and right back to Alawi. The Spuds' next game will be against Wilmer, a team that St. Cloud Apollo played to open the season. They picked up a win 3-1 over the Cardinals. And the Spuds will look to do the same. Both these teams with a lot of experience. The Eagles come in with 12 seniors on the roster, and the Spuds with 16. Spuds looking to keep a clean sheet here for the first time this year. Winning first two games by a score of 4-1 against Ricori and 5-1 against Sauk Rapids Rice. Yet to have a shutout, though. I'm sure they'd love to do that to close out this game. As back on for the Spuds is number 16, Mohammed Hussein. And returning for the Eagles is number 9, Shafi Jama.
Checking into the Moorhead Spuds lineup, number 16, Mohammed Hussein.
Like I said, that's why we do stream the ball from here.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 9, Shafi Jama.
As Apollo will take a throw in, and Jabril Guido takes it there as he gets in behind the defense. There's a nice play there by the goalie coming out, then taken it by Saif Alawi, and he will put it in the back of the net. So again, it was Guido getting behind the Spud defenders. Excuse me, the Eagle defenders was Guido. He fires it off of the goalie, newly entered. That's Win Koenig, and that was Saif Alawi there on the goal. So Alawi finally being rewarded as he maybe should have had a goal there in the first half, but teammate Yusuf Al-Shamani there to take it from him. And Alawi says, I'd like to get on the score sheet tonight. That extends the Spuds' lead to 5-0 here. For St. Cloud Apollo, they look to bounce back as they travel to Brainerd next Tuesday for a 7 p.m. game. Next Tuesday being the first day of school for most places around the state. That will be Apollo's Heichel below. Kicked away by the Moorhead defense. As the Spuds look to just salt away the final minutes of this game here. They lead 5-0 on the Bellbank scoreboard. Hodney gives it up to Mohammed Hussein, but a streaking goaltender there. A nice play by Win Caring. He'll come way out of the net. Make a nice play to get the ball back near midfield. Throw-in will be taken there by goaltender Caring again. So it was the Moorhead Spuds right from the get-go getting off to an early 1-0 lead here. It looked as if that was going to be an evenly played match throughout, as the scoreboard probably doesn't reflect how close this one actually was. As the Spuds currently lead 5-0, but the Eagles applying pressure throughout, but some nice saves by Jacob Hendrickson. And some nice plays by the Moorhead defense to keep the Eagles off the scoreboard. Now will be Alawi giving off to Jabril Guido, and Guido puts it around the goaltender, and that will be another goal for Moorhead's Jabril Guido. So another nice play there by Saif Alawi giving off to Guido. His shot deflected by the goaltender. But Guido stuck with it and put it in the back of the net, and that'll be his second goal of the night. Alawi picking up another assist to move the score to 6-0 here as we play in the second half. Just over 5 minutes remaining. As Mohammed Namouk comes back on for Saif Alawi. Alawi getting a break after a nice game this evening. Went off early with what appeared to be an injury, but came right back stronger than ever and assisted on the first Spuds goal, and they never looked back from there. That shot will be over the crossbar and well out of bounds for a Moorhead goal kick. That went off the feet of Irasi Ancino for the Eagles, and it will be a goal kick taken by Moorhead's Jacob Hendrickson. Caden Carter plays along the near sideline. Now be fired up to Heiko below as the Eagles see if they can get one in the back of the net here before they have to head home for the evening. That'll be Mohammed Namouk giving up to Jabril Guido, but Guido is ruled offsides. So again, Guido seeing if he can get behind the Eagles' defense and put another one on the score sheet, but he'll be ruled offsides, and it'll be a free kick for St. Cloud Apollo. Into the game now for the Spuds will be number 21, Mohammed Abdullahi, and also number 24, Leighton Selseth. So nice to see the Spuds work some guys into the game here who haven't been in yet. And this one appears to be all but wrapped up here. As Moorhead leads 6-0 with 3 minutes to play in the second half. That ball roll out of bounds and be a Moorhead throw-in. The Spuds have done a nice job all evening maintaining possession and making their runs when their guys are open, and then being able to capitalize as they get into the box, be able to finish around the goaltender. That's why they hold on to a 6-0 lead right now. That ball will be played back to Liam Weiler. There'll be Ben Colborne fighting for the ball for the Spuds. He'll end up with Apollo's Abdirazak Farah. Into the box for the Eagles with number 3, Irasi Ansino, and that'll be out of bounds off the Spuds and be a throw-in. That ball taken away by Ben Colborne, given up to Leighton Selseth. Selseth looking for Mohammed Namouk. And he'll gain possession of it. And he'll fire towards Mohammed Hussein, but another nice play there made by the newly entered goaltender, Wynn Caring. That'll be Evan Sufka with along the far sideline, as he will deflect it out of bounds and be another throw-in for the Moorhead Spuds as we approach a minute to play here in the second half. So we'll move Moorhead's record to 3-0 as they pick up a nice win here at home against the undefeated St. Cloud Apollo Eagles. Their record now moves to 2-1. as they'll try and bounce back against the Brainerd Warriors next Tuesday. Spud's game again is against the Wilmer Cardinals, who the Apollo Eagles defeated 3-1 to open the season. As the clock ticks down now, under 20 seconds to play. And Moorhead will put the finishing touches on their third straight season opening victory. We thank you for joining us tonight on Spuds TV as the ref blows the final whistle. Your final score on the Bellbank scoreboard, Moorhead 6, St. Cloud Apollo 0. From all of us here at Spuds TV, thank you for tuning in. This is Riley Swenson signing off.